everyone, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've been tagged in the controversial parenting tag by Baby Moose Diaries, so thank you very much. And this is my first ever chatty one without showing you any stuff I've bought. So I hope you enjoy it. Please remember, obviously, like, subscribe, etc. So I've written down my questions, so that's what I'm looking at. So the first question is pro-life versus pro-choice. And for me, it's pro-choice because I don't think it's anyone else's business to say, no, you shouldn't. I think it's a very personal thing and it's a very personal choice. So I think people should be allowed to make that choice based on whatever they feel like they, you know, whatever, whether it's religious reasons or personal reasons. I don't mind if people decide it's the best choice for them, as long as they've made the right choice for them. I don't think it really matters. Baby wearing, number 2. I didn't really baby wear with Georgia. We bought a carrier, but we never really used it much. So I think it depends on the baby as to if they're really clingy. Sorry, I've got my cat meowing in the background. Maybe she wants to have some baby wearing. I could try it and may get clawed in the face. 3, circumcision. If you're religious and like that, or if you've got medical problems, then yeah. If not, then I'm not really that fussed. It's not really, people don't go around like dropping their trousers to say, look, I'm circumcised all the time. So I don't think it's a big one. Adoption. Why would that be controversial? I can't quite get that. Sometimes I feel like I want to put my daughter up for adoption, but but I think all parents would say that. Yeah, I don't see what, you know, if people can't have children. I don't see any problem with adoption. There's a lot of kids out there that need to be adopted, that want loving families. So the more the merrier. 5, body piercings. Oh, baby piercings. No, I don't agree with baby piercings. I just think it looks weird. Babies with earrings. It's just not for me. Breast versus bottle. Well, we bottle fed Georgia, but that's just because a few days in wasn't really doing much. I tried every now and again, but it's not something that's worth a hassle. I know everyone's like, breast is best. Yes, everyone knows that, but it wasn't for me, so I moved on from it. I didn't get upset over it. She's fine, she's healthy. You're not going to tell. Like, if you put 2 18-year-olds next to each other, you're not going to say, oh, that one was definitely breastfed. So it doesn't matter as long as they get fed. Doesn't matter. Spanking. Well, no. No, I don't think so. I think with spanking it's something that's more for the parents' benefit than the child. I think it's a frustration thing. So if you're frustrated, then you just feel like you want to go and, you know, spank them. But actually, I think having stern words and putting them on a naughty corner for a little while for some time out is a lot more effective than hitting them, because then you're just teaching them that if they don't like something, then they should hit something, vicious cycle, etc. 8, co-sleeping. We've actually only ever slept with Georgia in our bed once, and that's just because she doesn't like sleeping with us, and that was only about 5 o'clock in the morning when we were staying around my parents' house. So she's just not a co-sleeper, so we haven't. But I think as long as it's not dangerous and you're doing it in, you know, the safest way possible, and you're not doing it all the time, every parent's going to do it, aren't they? It's not a, you know, every parent knows you shouldn't really, but as long as they get sleep, you will do whatever you have to. So, yeah. Home versus school. I will be sending George to school, but that's because I don't have any qualifications. I know quite a few people that do homeschooling. Sorry, it's my cat again. She wants to be homeschooled. that do it really well. But I think you have to have either a background in education or, you know, that sort of motivation. I personally don't. I have just about enough motivation to do crafts and that sort of thing. But yeah, a full-on education, I'm just not, you know, I'm not personally qualified enough for that, so I shall leave that to the professionals. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? When you run out of space on your phone when you're filming. Anyway, question number 10 is about vaccines. I will always vaccinate Georgia. I don't think there's a reason not to vaccinate children. I think all of the evidence supports vaccination, and all of the articles that don't support vaccinations aren't actually backed up with medical proof. So I will always make a educated, what's the word I'm looking for? Not guess, but I'll always use evidence backed up by medical research to make my decisions. Number 11, medicating babies. If they're sick, then yes. If they're not, then you probably shouldn't. Cloth versus disposables. We were disposable all the way, just because it's easier. Some people I know, and I know cloth bums are so adorable, but it just wasn't for us. The cry it out method is the last question. And yes, we did use cry it out method with Georgia, and it worked. So while she was in the stage where she didn't quite know what to do, where she didn't want to cuddle, she's not a very cuddly baby. Well, she wasn't. She's not a baby anymore. Then, yeah, we let her cry it out a few times, and it was fine. She cried, then she went to sleep. It worked for us. I know it's not for everyone though, so I think it's a very personal decision. So thank you very much for listening to my questions. I now nominate Bridie by the Sea, Mummy in a Tutu, sorry, not swearing at you, Katie, and my mummy spam. Okay, so I look forward to seeing yours soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.